Let's start the countdown. Okay, countdown's going. We're good. Bum, bum. Pretty sure this is the right fist. Huh. Boom. There you go. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic dinosaur action on Magic the Gathering Arena in the Explorer format. Best of 3 ranked Stampede Dinosaurs, as it usually is for me at least. There's quite a few variations of them. And yeah, we'll get right into the list. Smugglers Surprise. I think I like it more than Eldritch Evolution, which I'm still aiming to use here and there. Sometimes it takes me a while to compare different things. For the most part, I can provide a pretty good perspective, at least for myself, seeing so many different options and different scenarios, and it seems like it helps me evaluate different choices. But Eldritch Evolution really only good in certain specific moments. I need to have a big creature out. I might not have too many dinosaurs to put onto the battlefield. With Eldritch Evolution, sacrificing a creature with a mana value 6 or 7. With this list, there's plenty of those. Putting Ghalta out, but maybe not being able to attack with everybody, as it is with this list. Move the microphone. Just wanted to show the Daddy-saurus image on my shirt. So that's kind of why I moved it for the thumbnail there. Now I have to move myself. It's going to be moving amounts of damage. Tons of damage. Punching right through opponents' life totals. But back to the Eldritch Evolution. 1 and 2 green, sacrifice a creature. If we sacrifice anything Carnage Tyrant or above, it does mean we can grab Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, put it right onto the battlefield, put everything else in our hand. That's pretty nice. But sometimes we're waiting. We don't have the Carnage Tyrant, which is a little bit painful. I could sprinkle in more creatures with a mana value of 6, as it is with Stampede Dinos, at least for me. Sunken Citadel, supercharging, tapping for 2 mana of the chosen color, and that 2 mana from 1 land goes towards Castle Garenbreak. If you have 2 Sunkens, you have 4 mana for its ability. 2 Sunkens plus Castle, 3 lands, but you get its ability to make 6 green for creatures or their activated abilities, and that's extra efficient. You sprinkle in some other lands, and it's good. And speaking of sprinkling in other lands, seeing them a little bit more, Smuggler's Surprise, of course, as it usually was used when I was using it. For a green, and then we pay an extra 2. We mill 4 cards. We can put up to 2 creatures and or lands from among the milled cards into our hand. We just see another key land. At a opportune moment, we get 4 closer to something. Chances are we grab a land in that 4 that we milled. It's basically all hits. The only thing that can't be hit is a Sylvan Scrying or an Archdruid's Charm. So I'd imagine at least we're grabbing 2 lands, 2 creatures, a creature and a land. Makes me feel quite positive about that. But again, 4 closer to something big. I like it. And able to use it at the end of the opponent's turn. On turn 3, we might be waiting and waiting for that Eldritch Evolution. Playing Carnage Tyrant on turn 4 with Sunken Citadel, 2 forests, let's say, Castle Garenbreak. 4 lands in total. Carnage comes down. We have to wait until turn 5 to potentially do Eldritch Evolution. The opponent could have a counter spell. They could be in some sort of black color with Sheoldred's Edict, making us sacrifice Carnage Tyrant. So we still are waiting to get somebody good. And it is a little bit painful losing Carnage Tyrant. Of course, if I have to sacrifice Carnage Tyrant to get Ghalta, that certainly feels fine. But I would want at least maybe 2 other big things. Stuff with haste, just to be able to attack and kill the opponent fast as possible. Still, 4 Regisaur and 4 Palani's Hatcher doesn't always feel like quite enough. I might up the Smuggler's Surprise. We'll see how it goes. 2 Nurturing Bristleback in there, just an additional thing to do for 2 mana. The Forest Cycling, so extra consistent to see the Temple Garden or possibly the Jetmir's Garden, because we can grab those. They are forest-type lands for nurturing Bristlebacks' forest cycling ability, helping to even more consistently see the stuff for white. I guess it is Naya Dinos, Celestia Dinos, pretty much. But yeah, still sticking with the Archon, the High Noon, to slow down everybody. And then I kill the opponent. That's the idea. Leyline, as always, for mono black waste, not discard anything that targets me, because hexproof is good. That's where it's at. And a couple Divine Smites. Felt like revisiting that for Amalia. Anything black, it's exiled. Or if something is very, very problematic, we just phase it out, disappears, and get the job done. If we're worried about something problematic on the opponent's side, it's temporarily gone for a cycle. We do that at the end of the opponent's turn, and we don't have to worry about it for our turn. Yeah, I say we jump right into it. Hopefully everybody is having a good night. Well, probably a good morning, because I imagine most of you are sleeping when I record this. So good morning, and hopefully your rest was as good as mine, better than mine. Okay. Interesting. Maybe it's going to be Merfolk. I don't... if it was 2 lands, 100% I would keep that. Maybe Carnage Tyrant instead of... Yeah. Well, that's infinitely better. Basically perfect. We got the Smugglers. Nice to see it. Because again, there is only 2 copies in the list, which is in the description, and the link to the Discord if you enjoy dinosaurs and various other things, but mostly dinos. I'm keeping that 100%. Now the question becomes, do I need Nurturing Bristleback's Forest? I don't think I do. As long as we go Smugglers Surprise, we only need 1 more land. Then we have the package of 4 to make 6 green. Yeah. Nurturing to the bottom. Let's go. I imagine I could draw into a land. Smugglers would get me the lands, and I hope Smuggler survives through. Okay, good. Oh, we got Azorius Artifacts. Hopefully they don't go with you-know-what and Soul Artifact onto the map token, making it a 5/5. I would imagine I would be dead if that was the case. Good. Good that's not the case. Oh, Bant Artifacts. Bant and Soul Artifact. That has to be basically what it is. I would be surprised if that wasn't the case. But you're about to see how Smuggler Surprise is likely just almost strictly better than Eldritch Evolution. It's certainly helping me so much more. Oh, 2 lands. 2 lands, I like that. Yeah, play it safe with the 2 lands. Boom. There you go. 6 next turn. We don't have a play for 6 mana. It could be the Railway Brawler. We could plot that, be ready and waiting for a turn coming up. We do have to worry about counter spells, though. This is likely the case somewhere in their hand. It is just nice also being able to go with the Smuggler Surprise, do something at instant speed, respond to this particular opponent. Look, oh, no more lies. Boom. They had no more mana at the point that we had cast Smuggler Surprise. Always lovely looking for an opening. Okay. They're mostly dead. If we can find an opening for Archdruid's Charm, we'll get them. We can make 6 right now. Archdruid's is going to grab that Cavernous Souls, I hope. Crossing my fingers. If it grabs Cavernous Souls, they won't be able to counter Ghalta with the Cavern. I would make 7 plus the Forest in my hand that I would play for the turn. And they would die on the spot. Play something. You know you want to. Nothing's going to happen to you.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance!
Play something
but
for 4.
Not for
okay.
me.
I can make 7 even without Archdruid, so... Oh, look at that, look at that. I wonder if they have a counter spell. My aggression hopefully is going to be a little bit better. They can't counter it, they can't target it. And we get around the counter spell that they might have had. But this is good. They have the Wandering Emperor. They may just flash it in. They spent all their mana, so they can't... They have no mana to pay the Ward 4 cost. They might wait until it comes back to their turn and then they'll exile Tyrranax Rex when it is tapped, at which point they'll have to also tap out again on their turn just to pay the ward 4, and that might be the opening I need to play the forest coming up next turn and kill him with Ghalta. As long as there's no Settle the Wreckage, I hope. That could be a very real possibility. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be Wandering Emperor, flash it in, make a Samurai, then exile me. Exile T-Rex next turn when they have 4 again. Oh, shucks. Who would have saw that coming? This is good though. Very, very good. Even if they play another land, they'll only have 1 left over. We should be fine to do our usual stuff. I don't imagine they're going to have any sort of counter spell for 1. Oh, nuts. Darn. Oh boy. I wish we had some you-know-what.
Ruthless aggression.
Eventually. Oh, Frilled Mystic. Well, that costs 4, and when you only have 1, you might be done. Have some fun. Boom. That's what it's all about. Attack with the egg to send a message. Scorpion, how's it going? Hopefully all is well with you. Better than this opponent, I guess. Phew. Alright, but what kind of was that deck? Bant, blue, white, and green, or whatever the combination is supposed to be, the order. Bant control. It seems like it's Bant control, just the counter spells, planeswalkers. It's nothing in particular, which is quite nice. I saw the Spyglass Siren. I assumed it was in Soul Artifact, an enchantment for 1 in a blue. You enchant a non-creature artifact and it becomes a creature with base power 5/5. You play the Spyglass Siren on turn 1. It could be in Soul Artifact on turn 2 for 2. Enchanting that map token, and all of a sudden you're being hit by a lot of damage. Very, very aggressive stuff. Do I want to bring anything in? Yeah, maybe. Nah. Let's not do it. Although, I do like the potential of High Noon or Archon of Emeria. If each of us can only cast 1 spell, it means I could draw out their spell for the turn. Maybe do something else. Something like that. Guess if I cast my spell, I can't cast a spell afterwards after they do their thing. Draw it out some way where I'm not casting a spell. They use removal on a creature, and then that's how you do it. Do I like this? Well, a little bit. 2 sources of green, 2 lands, 3 chances to get the 3rd land for Archdruids, or to get a Sylvan Scrying, which would get the 3rd land for Archdruids. I like that. I like those odds. The Brain Police. The Thought Police, yeah. Okay, well, might still get there. Hopefully it's not in Soul Artifact. Call the cops, because that was ruthless, absolutely deadly damage. Oh, I was kind of wondering what, yeah. I didn't even realize the opponent's name. Brain Police, watch out. The sirens are coming. I guess the Call the Ambulance clip is quite appropriate in this match. Still not too worried. It doesn't seem like it's a super aggressive list, so we might have a chance here. Definitely going to be hoping and prioritizing Cavern of Souls to protect against the counter spells. Yeah, call an ambulance. Oh, yeah. you got to say that it's a decent chance, reasonable to have seen a third land by turn 3, or the Sylvan Scrying. You package all those together. Sylvan Scrying cost 2. Would have grabbed the third land, and we may not be landing a win here. Send the Carnage Tyrant to the bottom. It doesn't have haste. That's basically it. I want to preserve Palani's Hatcher and Regisaur Alpha, maintain the haste on everybody. I always have faith. I always have a good time. I always try to devastate the opponent. And hey, that's how she goes. Discard a card. Boom. Boom. Right. We'll get him. We'll get him. However, it is very problematic with the Aven Interrupter. I don't like this thing. I faced off against an Azorius control deck that featured this card. When it enters, they exile a spell. I tried to cast a Carnage Tyrant, and it got exiled by this. And then they also had, whatchamacallit, I actually have a foil extended art copy I got from Thunder Junction. It's dusty. Gotta put it in a sleeve. 3 steps ahead. Maybe I can show it on the screen. I'll make myself a little bit bigger. It doesn't show it super good. But the one that's that. You get the idea. You can search it up. You can choose different modes. One of the modes, though, is to pay an extra 3, create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature you control at instant speed. So I think I'm safe from another Aven Interrupter. They use 3 steps ahead, and then they copy it, and it gets another trigger, and it exiles the other spell, and it's rough. Exiling a spell, meaning they can kind of counter stuff that can't be countered. Problematic. But yeah, sometimes Goliath beats David. It'll be good. It'll be good. Nope, that's not good. Nope, that's not good. I mean, Cavern of Souls is quite nice with the counter spells that are around. But that is the keeper. Big time. Do I like a Carnage Tyrant? Plotting, they can't counter the plot from Railway Brawler, which is quite nice. Yeah, you know what? Send the Force to the bottom. I got a good feeling about this. Seeing Castle Garenbrig, Sylvan Scrying, or Archdruid's Charm, those last 2 to get the Castle Garenbrig. I like those odds. Absolutely. Watch it be Archdruid's Charm. Really should have been another Source of Green with that sunken, just in case I draw Archdruid's Charm. Oh, I am still huge. I am Goliath. Oh, Sylvan Scrying, there it is. Okay. Hold on a second. I was having so much fun and I forgot to resize myself. It's pretty good. Okay. The question is, do they have a counter spell? Hard to say. I bet they do. Wait. I don't think there's going to be a good opening. Maybe there was. A lot of their stuff is flash, so it's going to be hard potentially just to get the Sylvan Scrying off. I think they want to pop the map token. Okay, they got that mana. They got the good old Aven Interrupter, perhaps. Okay, good. They have 2. We don't have to worry about the Aven Interrupter at the moment, which is pretty good. I am the Goliath on the screen. Don't counter. Don't do it. Oh, they're doing it. Oh boy. Nuts. And the gate, so it was going to be countered at some point anyways. Alright, if we get that lovely Castle Garenbrig, it could potentially be over. We would be able to make 8, but at least I can plot the Railway Brawler. They would likely hold up a counter spell for that, I bet. now that they have the information. Okay, that 9 tends to do the trick. Stoic Sphinx is pretty darn good. Hornet Queen, if we had gotten it down, certainly would have been pretty helpful there. Big 2/2 flying insect making 4 1/1 flying death touch insects. It's not the first time I've been taken down by that Sphinx. Big body, flash, hexproof at times, and well, the other bodies seem to get the job done. Just a lot of flyers can be also pretty problematic to dinos. Some of them have reach for sure, but if I was going to do something to combat flying, I would just jam the Hornet Queen all day. I can possibly take out 5 creatures with the 1 creature, because it's 5 in 1, which is, that's what you want. Yeah, I don't know what a Splash for Green was for. Yeah, I do have a deck called Actually Good. That, I think that was standard dinos. Just to play on things, because it didn't seem like other standard dinos were quite as efficient as I think they should be, but what do I know? Perhaps we've lost with Mono Green Devotion, but don't write okay, fine. Gee, chill out, buddy. Paying the 2 life, we're getting Archdruid's Charm. 100% we're grabbing Castle Garenbrig. It was never going to be anything different than this. We can make maybe 7 next turn. At the very least, Nurturing Bristleback will get us a bit closer, but yeah. Sometimes I do run out of deck names, that's for sure, because this has been going on for so long. Now we just have to hope. Oh, they played a Nykthos. Okay, that's all right. They've done all the tappy things. It's not as explosive as it could be. Just a lot of dorks. A lot of dorks. Okay, Nurturing Bristleback. If they don't take us out, we're going to take them out. Coming up. Able to make 8. Strap yourselves in. What do I want to press for this? Okay, the one I had queued up. You might be about to see it. As long as they don't do Storm the Festival, chaining a lot. But I think that is about to happen. As long as it's not the most explosive turn in the world for Mono Green Devotion. Usually tends to be the case at this point. Going to be untapping Nykthos, tapping it and stacking it. And getting, hopefully not the Ulvenwald Oddity. Yeah. Okay. Lots of card draw going on. Yikes. Oh boy, I wonder if they're going to get another Nykthos with the Cavalier of Thorns. Okay, just a Beseju. It's not too bad. Oh, they had another Nykthos in their hand from the draws. Could have sworn they played a land already. Yeah, okay, well, you did your thing. We need help. We need help from High Noon, because if they were only able to cast 1 spell a turn, they'd be done. We know what this calls for. What this is.
It's a rescue operation, and it's leaving right now.
Dang!
Oh! A rescue operation. High Noon is going to be rescuing our chances, that's for sure. All the High Noons, all the Archons, just beat them up, get it done, smoke them as good as we possibly can. Nurturing Bristleback, nah, trim that. Carnage Tyrant, trim it. All right, boom. Yeah. Mono green doing its more updated, recently changed mono green thing. It seems like I face it pretty much once a night. Certainly mono black waste not discard has fallen off big time. Our chances would fall off if we kept that hand, that's for sure. Okay. Also not great. That's going to be it. Yeah, I'm putting Temple Garden to the bottom. We want to maintain 3 for the Smugglers Surprise for sure. Ghalta, of course, a legendary. We can only have one of them. Hopefully drawing into another copy. That would be ideal. Archdruid's Charm also pretty ideal as well. But I might just go Smuggler Surprise. Oh. Oh. I mean, I probably should go High Noon. Yeah, we're going to go High Noon. Big time. I'm doing it. Slow them down. Get the job done. Yes, please. Well, what you going to do? Cast the Trailblazer and do... Oh, shoot. No, you can't do anything. Okay, but that's fine. They could give me another land. That's actually okay in my books. Jetmir's guard enough. All right. Watch out. Okay. Do I want to go Smuggler Surprise this turn? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Get the lands out. My land for the turn. Maintain Archdruids just in case. Nah, I want an Archon. But maintain Archdruids just because I could draw another land next turn, which I would get to 8, so I can use Archdruids to search for Ghalta, Stampede Tyrant. Then you bring in some hate, and of course it is going to be dealt with Boseiju or Haywire Might. Any number of things. Maybe we're dead. I imagine we are. It's odd that they untapped the forest, huh? I guess they needed to tap the Nykthos, but... Oh! I like the looks of this. Well... That's a tough one. I think it just has to be Archon. Slow him down. Hope it's enough to slow him down. That's okay. It's just an old growth troll. That's not going to kill us. They can't do anything else. We're good. We're good. Oh. Shucks. Well, I'm certainly not... I'm taking all that damage without question. Oh, Ghalta. Okay. Can I save myself? 8, 9, 10. Archon to block Outcaster. Maybe. That's our hope. Hopefully it's not you know who. Okay, I like the looks of this. But it's gone past combat, so I mean, I have to hope that we're okay. I don't think that's going to be the case, but at least we won't be killed this turn because they have no more combat with the Ulvenwald Oddity. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Okay, yeah. 20. Nykthos taps for 20. That's not fun. Oh. Is that it? Do we do it? Let's go. Don't have another Boseiju. Cross your fingers. Cross your claws. Let's do another Castle Garenbrig just to pad this a bit. Well, it's Archdruids, that's okay. Hopefully it's enough to get the job done. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Just start with Carnage Tyrant. The blue player can't do anything. Alright. I think that might be it. It did it. It bought us just enough time with that high noon. Yeah, going back to that Carnage Tyrant. A lot of people might not often use Carnage Tyrant, but if you do, well, it's going to grow on you pretty quick when you face off against those control opponents. Certainly mono green is not much control, but it is a big, lovely creature. Dinosaur. Trample. That's where it's at. But I think in this instance, since there isn't really a lot of single target interaction, maybe better to trim Carnage Tyrant. Kind of like this hand, actually. I know I risked it a few games ago. 3 chances to see the third land. We go Archdruids or Smugglers. I just love seeing the 2 Vaultborns. Okay, I don't love seeing that. You never know. It might not be Nykthos right now. Good. That's good. Hopefully they continue to... this is very, very positive for us. We got the third land there. Beautiful. Things are definitely looking up. Of course, a high noon or Archon of Emeria to slow him down would be quite nice. It is interesting. They did seem to cut quite a bit out. Dinosaurs are going to be coming back. Not a whole lot in Modern Horizons 3, but I have to imagine they're one of the more popular tribes. I'm certain they are. And maybe it was a little bit too close to the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, so that's why they didn't add too many to Modern Horizons 3. Okay, I'm liking this. Now the question becomes, 2 Archdruids, Smugglers, is it better to go with Archdruids? I think. Really, I could have used the Archdruids to maybe take out the ley line of the guild pack and hurt all the mana that this opponent was about to make. I guess we're just dead. Okay. Definitely more love than werewolves. I feel for the people that enjoy the werewolves. That's it's a little bit rough. Yeah, dinosaurs are more appreciated. A wider audience, I guess. Sunken time. Does a Vaultborn save me? I don't know. 3 life block, a big thing. We're about to find out. I don't think it does, but as long as we could survive with the Vaultborn blocking somebody, it might go okay. Just maybe. It is a lot of dragons and angels, definitely. Yeah. I am actually happy that there were quite a few dinosaurs, partial dinosaur creatures. Oh, my goodness, that's a lot of stuff. We're not dead yet. We want to stop the most damage possible, and 5, 10, 1, we're down to 1. We're down to 1. Folks, strap yourselves in. This could be good. This could be good. Is that good? Did I just win? I just won. I just won. I went down to... Oh, what did I say? This is how you do it. Oh, baby.
Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
Phew. I'm just glad it happened live. Glad a bunch of you guys were happy. No, that's okay. Imagine it's hard to lose to something uncommon. You feel really good, confident about the deck you're playing, and you face off against something and you take them down to 1, then all of a sudden, boom, you're dead. I love it. I love it. But the mono green devotion player doing exactly what they hoped. It seemed like they stumbled a little bit there, just barely enough. Phew. Phew. Alright, well, hey, at the very least I have a good example, a recent example against this recently updated mono green devotion, just to show what could potentially happen. A thriller. Definitely the best match of the night. But yeah, I would imagine they were a little bit salty there. I would be too. A little bit. Yeah. James, definitely. Speaking of Coco dinos could be something. I've tried it a little bit before in the past. It is hard to lose out on most of the other dinosaurs that are above that. Storm of the Festival feels like a little bit better of a fit for a similar collected company thing. But, yeah. The comeback. I'll take it. I always had faith. Of course, some nights are more painful than others, as some of you may have seen. Over the years, there is hundreds, 550. I'd have to actually go back and look, but let's say 550 individual live streams, and they're not all good. They can't all be good. It's basically guaranteed that sometimes it's going to be painful, but I'm always going to have a good time, win or lose. It does feel like the real Dino Coco. If we can get to 6. Now the problem getting to 6 for a sorcery, chances are in that mixture I could have made 8 for a big creature with the Castle Garenbrig. Castle Garenbrig's mana only for creatures or their activated abilities. I mean, it's interesting. 6 for a sorcery or that same mana to a creature that could cost 8. Yeah, most of the time it is just paying 3 to mill to get a little bit more stuff, lands, creatures, whatever. But I think that hand is going to be pretty fantastic. Yeah, Smuggler, I had never redeemed Eldritch Evolution. I just got so super excited about it. I'm like, yeah, I can sacrifice a thing to get... Oh, mono back-to-back mono green devotion. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, absolutely, Thunderwolf. That is something we talk about a little bit in the Discord, which, if anybody is not aware, join it. It is another potential variation, sort of green devotion, getting to Ghalta very, very fast. A couple leyline of the guild packs. I'm not sure how consistent it would be. Seeing just one specific card, one of 4 leyline of the guild packs, it's not all the time. You see how often I have to mulligan for Leyline of Sanctity when I bring it in against Mono Black Waste Not. So I have to think that would be a sort of comparable feeling. And to get 2 Leyline of the Guild packs, I don't know. I'm going to try it at some point. It is fantastically explosive, more so than what I'm doing here. It has the potential to be, but how often does the maximum potential of that variation happen? Maybe it's too little. Too little for me, I would think. Yeah. I mean, Leyline of the Guild pack, we'll see. If Mono Green continues to creep up, I could see maybe Leyline of the Guild pack just eating a ban, perhaps. I know it sounds crazy, but it's something free that just absolutely busts their opening wide open. I'm not worried about it. I'll fight anything. I don't care if it's banned or not. I just see that something could happen down the line to it. It's doing a lot of good stuff, drawing an absolutely insane amount of cards with Kiora and the Outcaster Trailblazer. Yeah, I'm never scared to face anybody, ever. I have tried Glimpse the Core, James. It just feels like I have the right mixture of stuff that... Yeah, Glimpse the Core, it can only grab a land with the Sylvan Scrying and the Archdruid's Charm. Feels like enough. Glimpse the Core late feels terrible. Glimpse the Core and other stuff like it only feel good at specific moments. So it's kind of turned me off of those a bit. If I was going to spend 2 on something, it's going to be the Sylvan Scrying to get a specific land. The one that I need. Whether that is the Sunken or the Castle Garenbrig. Nah. It feels like enough. Maybe drawing a Sunken, a Sylvan Scrying, grabs the Castle Garenbrig, the Archdruid's Charm, grabs and puts the other Sunken onto the battlefield. We'll see how it goes. At least they don't have a Nykthos. We got to look at the positive side of things whenever facing Mono Green Devotion. Whenever facing any deck, really. Oh, there's a Sylvan Scrying. Okay, well, they might just be dead-ish. That's a no-brainer. Do it. Play it. We will be able to make 8 next turn. They have to kill us right now, and we'll see. They're not killing us right now. It's only 10. Not enough. We're going to cycle Jetmir's Garden for 3, hopefully drawing another Dinosaur to make it extra ruthless. And hopefully Beseiju, who endures, is it going to take out Castle Garenbrig? I don't believe they have too many more copies above and beyond the single one. Maybe another one in the sideboard. Oh boy. Oh, here goes nothing. Die. Don't do it. Don't take out Castle. Cross your fingers. Cross your claws.
Bazinga!
Okay. Dead. Oh.
But you can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrificed?
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll take it. I need that circus theme song when they're under the big top. Dun 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 dun. Oh, definitely. I think anybody should add Sunken Citadel to any deck. It's pretty much a no-brainer. I imagine in Commander, which I will play Brawl a little bit more. This is my favorite thing to do, though. Explore, best of 3. But Commander, you have so many options for lands with activated abilities. So Sunken Citadel, tapping for 2 mana of the chosen color for lands with activated abilities, really could put in the work. Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. 100%. Marauding Raptor back in. I know, Scorpion, that is honestly very tempting, and maybe it is not quite as bad as I felt. Partly why I trimmed Marauding Raptor. Dinosaur, 1 in the red, 2/3. Creatures cost 1 less. so it could help me cast the big guys better. But Marauding Raptor dealing 2 damage to each creature when it enters. It does sadly kill the 2 Dinosaur Egg tokens. I don't get to make a 3/3, but is that really so much of a drawback that I would simply not want Marauding? Maybe it's not as bad as I think. That really has been the reason that Marauding is left out. And also Marauding Raptor can get killed quite easily by a lot of stuff. It's hard to rely on Marauding, so I feel like I might as well just not have it. But then I rely on something different. Smugglers Surprise instead of Marauding Raptor. At the very least, I'm going to be milling and getting cards and putting them into my hand. It's a lot to think about. But we're doing the High Noon and the Archon and trim the Smugglers. What else did I trim? Railway Brawler. Something like that. Okay. But yeah, it is going to be interesting. A Marauding Raptor would be like 18-3, something like that. But 100% I would want to get Trample on Marauding. You know it's going to be chump blocked, and none of that damage is going to get through to the opponent. Polyraptor, 100% Polyraptor, also a good thing. If I can make 8 easily enough for Ghalta, I can make 8 for Polyraptor, but I would have to have a way to turn off that infinite loop. If you don't have a way to stop it, it just goes to a draw, and it's very painful. Kind of like the Amalia matchup. If you can make Amalia go above 20 power or above 21, you can make her continue. They can't stop it because it skipped over the instance of Amalia being at 20, and yeah. A lot of interesting things to think about. Keith, yeah, a tale as old as time. Beauty and the Gitrog. Luckily, the new Gitrog, whatchamacallit, from Thunder Junction, likely isn't in this list. I've wondered about it. Haste, trample, you can saddle it. A dinosaur could mount the frog, and then you can sacrifice one of the creatures that has saddled it to gain X life and draw X cards, where X is its power. I could reasonably splash in for the Gitrog, Ravenous something or other, something like that. Marauding turning on Fatal Push. That could be good. Fatal Push as the way to get the combo stopped. I would be quite interested in that. Yeah. Well, Fatal Push could just normally take out Marauding anyways. I could make Marauding Raptor lose all abilities if I'm splashing for blue. But definitely the Polyraptor, it would be nice, but I have to think, if I bring in the Polyraptor, what is it helping me achieve in a particular matchup? It doesn't necessarily have to help me win better against a bunch of decks, but at the moment I want everything to come in and be good for something specific. A little bit less on the fun side at the moment, but I'm always up for having fun. Yeah. Definitely, that is a good point, James, and that's why I love it. Fatal Push is mostly a dead card. Fiery Impulse from Is It Phoenix? Lightning Axe also is mostly dead, and we are mostly dead here. It's a little bit rough getting 2 Ghalta Stampede Tyrants. Oh, 3. Oh, I think I'll concede. We'll see how disgusting this turn is. I'm just kind of curious. JDX, how is it going? Hopefully all is well with you. Yeah. But yeah, definitely something to play on turn 4, Keith. That is a good point to make, because again, oftentimes I don't always have something to do on turn 4. It might just be plotting the Railway Brawler or playing Carnage Tyrant. That's not a whole lot. I would kind of like to sprinkle something else in there, whether it's a legendary creature like the Gitrog, something else that ramps, that sort of thing. Oh boy. That was painful. That's not going to do it. We're going to try and mulligan, maybe a little bit aggressively, to see the Archon of Emeria or High Noon. But that is good news though, JDX. First day of rest. Oh my goodness. You're all over the place. Recording and wrestling school, chess. A man of many talents. Vorinclex, okay. I might have to dust off Vorinclex again. That certainly was pretty fantastic. Almost as fantastic as this hand, I think, with the Sunken Castle, basically the whole package, plus Archon of Emeria. So hopefully that enters soon. Of course, oftentimes the mono green opponent, as you saw, they have Beseju who endures to destroy High Noon, but then they can cast a bunch of spells. But I don't think they have a whole lot of removal that can get rid of a creature. So I think Archon of Emeria probably is going to stick around a little bit. At least. Yeah. Yeah, nice to see Carnage T. And also the entrance animation, that never gets old. Oh. Okay, well, I'll play a High Noon. More like High Doom. Oh shucks. That was basically perfect. Yes, please. Beseju it. Do it. Give me a land. You know you wanna. That's fine. That's fine. Well, you're going to play a Wolfwillow Haven onto that forest and then not be able to do anything. Yeah, so hopefully the wrestling goes good. I always was kind of interested in wrestling myself. I thought I would be pretty good at wrestling. I can, I don't know. I'm pretty quiet, but you got to watch out for the quiet kids. Because they'll whip around and maybe they watch a lot of UFC or wrestling, perhaps. Not that it's particularly real, but you have to be pretty athletic and train. At least I believe you have to. Now, they're not doing a whole lot of anything. Archon taxed, stacks, as the people call it. Stack the tax. One of us doesn't mind doing one thing a turn. The other person really, really hates doing one thing a turn. Because it means all the potential mana they could have made is just gone, done, wasted. A World War version of MTG. Oh, okay. Guess I'll attack with Archon. Also nice that the Archon... Oh, look at Nykthos entering the battlefield tapped because of Archon's ability there. I think some people forget about that. Hopefully we see another land, something good. Oh, not another Ghalta. Come on. Well, we'll keep attacking. This could be problematic. Who knows? At this point, Scorpion, with the universes beyond all the other interesting cards that they've started adding, it's going to be interesting. Sunken Citadel, Archdruid's Charm, Sylvan Scrying. Let's go. We need something quick. That's for sure. Let's go. No more dilly-dallying. Oh boy. Oh, don't exactly need another Archon, but we'll play it. Yikes.
Dang!
Oh boy. We're not dead yet, but it's getting close. That does make a lot of sense. The ammo, the supplies, the food. Okay. Sounds like a good possibility. I do hope that things stick. People pour so much time into creations, card games, all that sort of stuff, and it just never really works out well for them. Doesn't take off. They invest years of their lives, and for whatever reason, it doesn't happen. Alright. That is basically it. Sadly, basically it. Could play Carnage Tyrant next turn, but I'm pretty sure that would still be lethal. Oh, one, the trample. I forgot about the trample. We weren't going to win anyways. But we did stack some. We taxed them. We did exactly what I wanted to do, pretty much. The game plan of slowing them down. Yeah. Rough stuff. What can you do? I don't know about that, JDX. It's hard to say what the future holds. How things will change, how feelings will change. I have to imagine it swings a little bit back and forth society-wise. Hard to say. All I can ask and hope for is maybe you don't agree with another person, but you can at least be, cordial, nice. And we all have to live in this world, and that's about it. Nothing too fancy. $4 million a pack, yeah, Scorpion. I was seeing that. I guess that's fortunate that they don't have a lot of dinosaurs really in Modern Horizons 3, so I don't have to feel bad about maybe not getting packs. There's a positive side of everything, I guess. Most things. I think that could be a similar card game. I guess if it had enough expansions going forward. You want to have a nice development roadmap, enough content to support it quite a bit. Perhaps it is a little flash in the pan. People don't expect it to take off, and then all of a sudden it does, and they're caught by surprise, scrambling, looking to plan out the next 5 years when they didn't have the next 5 years all ready to go. And yeah. Hey, everybody likes big, powerful stuff. It sells packs, and if they weren't selling packs, we wouldn't have a game. I love this game. I know some of you grumble a little bit, JDX of course, but we're having a good time. I'm having a good time, and I hope all of you guys did. I'll leave it there for now. It's about 12:30 a.m. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. Good morning, I guess. And I did pretty good against Mono Green Devotion. I want to do better. I want to hate against it more. I faced it twice tonight, so again, it feels pretty popular. One of the more popular lists at the moment, probably for another week or so, something like that. Different countries as expansions, and then it would be the planets beyond, like universes beyond with Magic the Gathering. With that other card game, you'd have Mars. The Martians would attack, and the samurai would be fighting the Martians, and then the samurai would get to fly on spaceships, and they would build a spaceship that looks like samurai armor, and it would, I don't know, you get the idea. It could get pretty crazy, and they might have to look for ideas once they run out of them. Eventually they would, I imagine. Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. Lovely chat. It's lovely to have you here. Have a good rest of your night. Get some good rest designing all those lovely new games. I'll still be playing this. Thermal Nuclear Blast. Oh, we could go on and on. Game balance especially. That could be a whole entire 2-hour chat, JDX. Don't go yet. Oh, okay. No. All right, Victor, you're not too late. Just you and Scorpion and anybody else. It's Saturday. I'm not working tomorrow. Take a big bite out of that like button, because I guess I could do another match. Maybe I could whip up something wacky. Actually, I should use the actually good standard dinosaurs. You know what? Let's do that. Okay. So I'm going to feature an actually good standard dinosaurs. Yeah. 100% a 2-0 win. Crazy situation at the LGS, Victor. This I want to hear about. I'm looking forward to going to my own LGS at some point. Again, it is pretty hard with young kids. Yeah, not too late. I'll leave this actually good standard dinosaurs list up. Get a drink, be right back. I have to sit down very carefully. It's hot marshmallow sundae cappuccino. It's good. Okay, let's see what's going on here. 36 miles. Wow. That's rough, Scorpion. Ooh, that does feel bad. It feels a little bit rough having to try and make sure somebody is cut off. I don't think I need to hear the other side of this person. It certainly seems like a reasonable, well, not reasonable, unreasonable and uncalled for thing for somebody to say. It's just an awful situation. But I guess there's always a chance of people like that joining an LGS, ruining it for others. But hopefully there is good people like yourself to keep things nice, and so new people coming in, they aren't turned off of some of the bad apples. But it definitely should be casual. That's the hard part, though. They say, oh, there's CEDH, competitive EDH. Now, for me, it's just it's a casual kitchen table format. Of course, people will try to win to be more powerful, but at the end of it, that's just how it is. A list with one-ofs, not super consistent. Of course, there is comparable cards, so you may get to execute your game plan pretty good if you have 8 mana dorks, whatever it is. All those 8 dorks are different, but having 8 of them, you know, a reasonable chance to see one of them in a deck of 100 cards, or 99, I guess. The final straw, perhaps. This person sounds like they just got away with their partially bad behavior for too long. Maybe it's going to be a bit of a wake-up call. I have to hope it is. Yeah. That is good. That is good. You always want to be chill, though. Even for people walking into an LGS, whether they're playing Magic or otherwise, seeing a group of people playing a particular game, just helping out the atmosphere and making it a bit better of a welcoming environment. That'd be a lovely feeling. I hope I would do that whenever I go to my LGS. They don't do Pioneer, which I would bring my dinos. I could bring this version of dinosaurs to Pioneer because, again, it is standard legal. Actually good standard dinos. A reason for everything, because it seems like, and it's understandable, lots of people play lots of different decks, so they haven't thought about every specific choice as much as I have. That's just how it is. I'm not saying I'm better or worse, but I'm probably better just because of the sheer amount of reps. I think if online culture in some way went away, not that it ever will, people would start to be a bit nicer to each other. It's unfortunate. You lose that. You have the safety net of just typing some words or saying some things, or you're over voice chat. You're not sitting right beside the person you're ripping on. There's no repercussions of a person maybe, possibly smacking you, though I wouldn't condone violence. But of course, if you're sitting right beside somebody, you're probably not going to antagonize them much. Far less than you would if you're talking on a mic halfway around the world. Yeah. All right. I say we jump into the standard list, a little bit different than standard dinos. Intrepid Paleontologist as the mana ramping cheaper creature, like you see in Stampede Dinos. I don't like the cheap creatures because they die. I don't like to rely on it, and it feels good to not have to rely on that. No Ixaly's Lorekeeper again because it dies to a swift breeze. I've got my ramping with Archdruids, which is quite nice. Topiary Stomper. Packaging that, it feels like a decent amount of ramp to get to Ghalta. Pretty crazy stuff. Playing Stampede Dinos in Standard, this is absolutely not going to be as good as the list that is in the description, but we should get the job done. Trailblazer, well, I'm missing a lot of the key stuff, so I have to fill it in with this, which, Trailblazer is very good in Mono Green Devotion. Yes, Topiary Stomper is back for a little bit. Standard rotation is happening, and I believe Topiary Stomper is leaving shortly. Soon. We'll see. And Pugnacious as well, a big creature, but also Topiary has 4 power at least. Pugnacious has more than 4 power. So those early creatures triggering off of Vaultborn, getting card draw, getting life gain is going to do the trick. Yeah, it's a Dino, could get haste with Palani's Hatcher. Ramp, ramp, ramp. As few creatures as possible that tap for a mana. And hopefully we see a Palani's. And speaking of aggression, Calamity, Galloping Inferno, which I think some of you guys have started to use. Having this drop, have haste, saddle with the Tyrranax Rex, and making 2 copies of Tyrranax Rex. However, if Calamity copies of Vaultborn, that just gets nuts. Making 2 copies of that, it's insane. 2 enter, one sees the other, so that's 2 cards and 6 life, and they themselves, when they enter, gain life and draw cards. So it's 4 cards, 12 life, if Calamity is saddled by a single Vaultborn. When it attacks while saddled, choose a non-legendary creature that's saddled at this turn, create a tapped and attacking token, sacrifice it, repeat this process once. So yeah, it's nuts. Absolutely crazy. Almost as crazy as those keyboard warriors, Victor. So incredibly common, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what you could do about it. How do people get back to just being a little bit nicer? Even if you don't agree with somebody, you don't have to be mean to somebody. It's not super complicated. We're all here living, and just because you don't agree doesn't make the other person... I was eating popcorn. Just because you don't agree doesn't make the other person a bad person. Something like that. Sideboard wise, I haven't fleshed it out because, well, I haven't yet. We'll stick with this though, 4 Torpor Orbs to... I don't know. I don't know much of the standard stuff. I don't care too much because my game plan is deadly and devastating. And we get there with plenty of lovely ramp. It's a little bit different ramp than I'm used to, but oh boy, strap yourselves in. It's going to be good. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossover would be, oh, so fantastic. But definitely Scorpion mounts seem basically pretty much like vehicles. It's kind of interesting. What sounds crazier? A dinosaur driving an unlicensed hearse, or a dinosaur riding a flaming horse? I'm not sure. Definitely, I guess if you care too much about winning, yeah, it does hurt you. Trying to win as the main goal, but if you don't win, you also lose from defeat. There's always something to be learned from winning or losing, but some would say there's more to be learned from losing. No. Oh, it's unranked. I joined unranked, so that course seems to have given me another dinosaur opponent in unranked. Well, there's a lot of funny business behind the scenes, and this can be the funny business that happens. Certainly Intrepid Paleontologist is... Nah, do I want Nurturing Bristleback? Nah. Pugnacious, just to block the It's Quinth, firstborn of Gishath. I care about winning. But I also just love doing this, it's pretty simple and straightforward. I want to try and win as much as I possibly can, but definitely force cycling this Nurturing Bristleback. Now we could do this at the end of the opponent's turn. Not a whole lot is gained. Also, Intrepid Paleontologist can get back to Nurturing Bristleback, which would also forest cycle. So that's actually quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Cast this spell. Actually, I don't think we can forest cycle it. If we do Intrepid Paleontologist's ability. Oh, there's absolutely a lot to discuss yeah. I imagine we could discuss about these sort of topics a lot. We could spend hours on it for sure. But I don't mind, having a good conversation here and there, absolutely. Elevating the stream a little bit and adding a little bit more value to anybody watching right now, later on. Hopefully I get the job done. I imagine it's going to be okay. Playing the other Palani's Hatcher next turn, going kind of wide. They don't really want to attack into this. If, by chance, we get another land next turn, we get to go Vaultborn, and that's going to not feel good. I would imagine we got him. Yeah, let's just play it safe. Let's let them attack. It won't be super advantageous. It's not like any of the creatures I have at the moment have trample. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I absolutely don't mind. It absolutely is imbalanced. There's a lot more to life, but yeah, it doesn't hurt to enjoy one certain thing more than others, but not at the sacrifice of it completely ruining you. You lose the focus and the joy of other things. I guess that's what I'm getting at. The three-headed baby called again. I'm not too sure. I forget what the three-headed baby was called. This one is it's Quinth. Gishath, it only has one head. Or was it another dinosaur baby you're thinking of? Okay, that's not too bad. Archdruid is going to search for a land, and then if we draw another land, we would kill everybody with Ghalta, so I'm quite fine with that happening. Yeah. It's perfectly reasonable to discuss. I wouldn't shy away from it. I'll take forward if it means we're going to win. Forest, land. You can do it. Let's get a land. Oh, it's land and we won. We won. Dead. Done. See you later. Oh, 2 Vaultborn Tyrants. That's what you want. Boom. Peace.
You have no power here.
Oh, phew. I couldn't tell you the last time I took down another Dinosaur's deck. No, yeah, I should have played the Joe Rogan clip. Huh. Oh, because I faced another dinosaur deck, I have the perfect clip.
Don't push it. Don't push it, I'll give you a war you won't believe.
I definitely gave them a war they wouldn't believe. Lovely clip from Rambo there. But it is also nice, Victor. I love talking about different stuff. And anybody else. It doesn't have to specifically be dinosaurs. But I think it is good practice. Managing, playing a game, chatting about something completely different, but also a little bit similar. Just being able to divert attention, but also keep attention. Of course, this is what I want to do, stream, do videos all the time. Every time I get better and practicing in different ways. Having lovely conversations. I'll always be up for it. I'll always be... Oh! Okay. Wow. But yeah, definitely having another Scorpion. You knew it. You called it, even though it was unranked. was just kind of messing around a couple weeks ago when I made a actually good standard dinos. I think that's what I'm going to call it in the chapters. Yeah. But definitely more clips from Jurassic Park. I mean, this one, hard to top. There are also many good ones.
It's a rescue operation, and it's leaving right now.
Man. That's mainly in there for when I give everybody indestructible and hexproof. It's a rescue operation. Smuggler Surprise, making everybody safe. The rescue part of that, and yeah. Excuse me. Oh, okay. When I do the end, yeah. I don't know, I kind of like the countdown at the end. That's kind of become a thing. I thought, hey, I'm going to do the countdown just so everybody knows to get their final chat messages in. Which I think will basically end it there. I think that was a good note. Good extra chatting, Victor and Scorpion, as always. I should use Timmy. Oh, I don't know. Now you got me thinking. I want to dive deep into the Jurassic Park clip rabbit hole. I could spend days just finding perfect moments when the poison is spit into Nelson's face. I believe it is Nelson when he's going to grab the spray bottle with the DNA. Spits the black goo. Yeah, you know that part. I think it is Timmy. I'm pretty sure. I am working on the one where the raptors, though, in the Lost World are chasing them through the tall grass and they all of a sudden jump out. There's some good moments there for when I surprise the opponent, possibly when I play Smuggler Surprise, putting 2 creatures onto the battlefield if I can tap 6. But again, it's going to be a hard time getting to 6 for an instant speed spell. A bit. Huh. Yeah. Wrestling, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Jurassic Park, Seinfeld. Huh. Possibilities are endless. But yes, I think we'll leave it there for tonight, Scorpion and Victor and anybody else watching. Right now, later on. Have a good one. Have a good night. See ya, and peace. Countdown coming in. I'm gonna get 1. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be something different than 3, I swear.